Hello everyone and welcome to this session of Programming with Python. In this session we will see what are Python control flow. So let's look at the objectives of our session. We will start by understanding what are Boolean values. Afterward we will see the if-else statement in Python. Afterward we will see elif statement, and in the end we will see the nested if-else. So what are Boolean values? Boolean values are the data type which has only true or false as an output. So for example, if you remember our data type session, there we described that in some databases we have some values which represent only true or false to depict the situation of any data. So here we have an example of two different mathematical expressions. Now if we write 42 is equals to 42, then this is a correct statement. So we will get true as an output. Similarly, if we write another mathematical expression like 43 is equals to 42, then we will get false as an output, because definitely 43 is not equal to 42. So Boolean value is used to describe any situation or any condition, that if it is true or false. Now how can we construct the Boolean expression? We construct the Boolean expression using some comparison operators. So what are those comparison operators? These are some of the common mathematical comparison operators used in Python. The double equal sign is used to check that if the left hand side is equal to right hand side of the operator respectively. Similarly, the exclamatory and equal to sign represent not equal to, or check if two values are equal to or not. Similarly, the less than sign is used to check if two values are comparable to each other in what way. And similar to greater than sign and greater than equal to and less than equal to sign. So let's head over to Python and construct some Boolean expression. Suppose we have two variables which names a and b respectively. Now a holds a value, let's say 100, and b holds a value, let's say 200. Now if we write a equals b, then this will be considered as a Boolean expression, because it is using a Boolean operator and it will evaluate down to a single value of either true or false. So if we evaluate this, we should get false as an output, because clearly 100 is not equal to 200. So if we run this, we get false as an output. But if we write that a is less than b, then we should get true as an output, because now it has become a Boolean expression which is correct in nature, or which is true in nature, because 100 is definitely less than 200. So now if we run this, we will get true as an output. So these are the some of the mathematical operators that we commonly use to perform the Boolean expression. Now apart from these mathematical comparison operators, there are some logical operators as well which are used commonly for making a Boolean expression. These are and, or and not. Now AND logical operators is basically used when the two situations are true. So in the truth value table, if two situations are true, then it will give true as an output. Similarly, in truth table, when comparing any two situations, if either one of them are true, then the OR logical operator will give true as an output. And not represents the opposite of the value. So if we write not true, it will give us false as an output.
So if you remember, we named our session Python control flow. So what do we mean by that? Control flow basically refers to controlling the flow or execution, or controlling the direction in which the program will go. This direction may depend upon certain conditions which are given by the user, or they can be dependent on the certain condition defined within the program itself. So let's first understand what are conditions. Conditions are basically Boolean expression. Now if it is a Boolean expression, then it will automatically evaluate down to either true or false. But it goes further one step ahead. When it evaluates down to true or false, then according to the result, it follows a certain path. Consider a condition. Here the condition is that if the student passed the exam or not. Now if the student passed the exam, that is, this condition is evaluating down to a true value, then we will congratulate the student. That is the one direction in which the program will go. But if this condition evaluates down to a false value, then we will not congratulate the student and will tell him to give the exam again. That is, if the student failed the exam or the condition evaluates down to false value, the flow or direction of the program will go in another direction. So how do we define these conditions in our Python program? Python basically provides us with a control flow statements. The basic control flow statement are if statement and the corresponding else statement. Now what is the general syntax of the if else statement? We first write the if keyword followed by the certain condition, and if this condition is evaluated down to a true value, then the indented block of code will be executed. For example, let's head over to Python and understand this in detail. Let's say we have a condition that if the student scored more than 90% of 90% of marks, then the student has passed the exam. So we will write first the condition if. First we have to define a variable named marks in which we can pass our value to check. Let's give it a pass value for now. Now if marks is greater than 90, then it will print well done. And now if I give it a marks of let's say 80, then it will evaluate down to nothing, because since the marks are 80, this condition that is marks is greater than 90 doesn't evaluate down to a true value, but it evaluates down to a false value. So since it evaluates down to a false value, the code which follows after if, that is intended block of code print well done, will not be executed. Let's say give it another marks. Let's say we give it 99. Now if we will execute this block of code, we will get well done as an output, because now marks greater than 90 is evaluating down to a true value, that is we get a print well done. Now like the if statement, we have also else statement in Python. Else statement is basically used to tell our program that if our if condition fails, then what our program will do. For example, here the student when was scoring the marks greater than 90, we were telling our program to print well done. But what if the student scored marks which is less than 90? Then we can't just let the program do nothing. So for that purpose we use the else condition, that if the student didn't score more than 90 marks, then we will say print it's okay. Uh, Better luck next time. Now this has completed our block of code. Now our program can go in either of the direction. For example, now if I give it 70 of marks and we run this program again, then we get an output, it's okay, better luck next time. But if we run our program again, that is we get it 99 marks or 95 mark let's say, and if we run this again, we get well done as an output. So you can clearly say that we have a condition first, that if the marks is greater than 90, and accordingly that the situation evaluates down to a true or false, our program goes in two directions. The first direction is that if the marks is greater than 90, it will evaluate or it will print well done. And if the marks is not greater than 90, then it will print it's okay, better luck next time. So this is how we control Python control flow, or control the execution or direction of our program.
In the previous case, we had only one condition, that if the student scored more than 90 marks or not. But in reality, we always have more than one condition. So how do we execute that direction in our program? When our program has multiple conditions, each with their corresponding outcome, in that case we use the elif statement. So for example, if we modify our previous example with multiple condition, so if the student scores greater than 90, then we give him an A grade, and if the student score 80 between 80 and 90, then we give a B grade, and if the student score between 70 and 80, we give them C grade. So how do we execute these kinds of statement in Python with multiple conditions? We use elif statement for that. So first we write the first condition, that is if the student scores mark which is greater than 90 or not. So we will write if keyword followed by our condition, that is marks is greater than 90 or not, and if the marks are greater than 90, we give him an A grade, that is print A grade. Now there are multiple conditions as well, that if the student scored marks which is between 80 and 90, we give B grade, and if the student score mark which is between 70 and 80, we give C grade. And similarly, if the scored marks are less than 70, we give that you just passed the exam. So how do we execute these multiple intermediary condition? For that purpose we use the ELIF statement. We write ELIF followed by its corresponding condition, that marks is between 80 or 90. We use the comparison operator to do that, 80 and 90, followed by the colon sign and followed by its indented block, that is B grade. Afterward another ELIF condition, that is if the marks is between 70 and 80, followed by colon sign, we give C grade. And if nothing runs, then we give print you only passed. So now if we define our variable marks and give it a value, let's say 75, and now if we run this, we get C grade as an output. Because this condition fails, so this indented block, that is print A grade, will not be executed because the marks is 75. Similarly, this ELIF condition also fails because the marks is not between 80 and 90, it is less than 80. So the print B grade indented block also fails and not get executed. Similarly, the third ELIF condition, that is the marks scored is between 70 and 80, that is 75, it evaluates down to a true value, so we get C grade as an output. Similarly, if we let's say change the marks scored, let's say the marks scored are now 95, now if we run this again, we get A grade as an output because this condition becomes true and the Python will evaluate the print A grade condition or print A grade indented block, and all the other condition will not be executed. So this is how we perform the ELIF statement in Python. Notice, as you can clearly see, that during our execution of multiple statement, this resembles a kind of a ladder. That's why we say that this is an ELIF ladder in Python. Okay, till now we have seen that when there are multiple condition or when there are single condition, and how do we execute our control flow of the program in those conditions. Now there may be some situation in which a single condition is dependent upon some other condition itself. For example, let's consider our student case. Let's say that we first check that if the student passed the exam or not. For that we will first check the condition that if the student scored marks which are greater than 50 or not. And if the student score marks greater than 50, then we will check that the marks scored is greater than 90 or is between 80 and 90 or is it between 50 and 80. So these three conditions, that if the student has scored the marks 90 or between 80 and 90 or between 50 and 80, will in turn be dependent upon the first condition, that if the student has passed the exam or not in the first place. And if the student has simply failed the exam or scored less than 50, then we will just say that the student has failed the exam. So this is a classic case in which a condition is dependent upon another condition itself. So in that case we use the nested loop method. So like different data types, list and dictionary, we can also nest if-else statement or control flow statement within Python. So for example, if we want to convert this case into some kind of relevant program, then how can we do about it? We will first, let's say, define our variable and let's give it a pass value. After it we will write if marks is greater than 50, then we will say first print you passed, else print sorry you failed, better luck next time. Now first we have this condition which is checking if the student has passed the exam or not. That is, if the student has scored the marks which is greater than 50 or not. Now depending upon these conditions, we can also have multiple conditions as well. So if the student has marked the exam, we also have to give them grades, and the grades will be given according to the marks obtained. So we will say that if marks is greater than 90, then we will give him an A grade. That is, we will print congrats A grade. Similarly, let's say our student has scored marks which is greater than between 80 and 90. Then we will say print congrats B grade. And similarly, if the marks are obtained between 50 and 80, we will say print congrats you passed. So now we have described three different conditions which are in turn indented in the first if condition itself, or they are dependent upon the first if condition themselves. Now if let's say we give this marks some value, let's say 25, and if we run this, we get sorry you failed, better luck next time. This happens because 25 is less than 50, so neither of this block of code will ever be executed, and the control will move to the else portion of our program, that is sorry you failed, better luck next time. Similarly, if we give it another marks, let's say 50, and if we run it again, we will again say that sorry you failed the exam, because marks should be greater than 50 to pass the exam. Let's say we give it another value, let's say 65, and if we run this again, we get congrats you passed. First we will get you passed, and after we get another output, that is congrats you passed. Now our control will first check that if the marks obtained are greater than 50 or not. So the first condition is satisfied, so we will move in this intended block of code. Now our code will check that if the marks obtained is greater than 90, since the marks obtained are not greater than 90, this block of code will not be executed. Similarly, our code will check for all the marks, and afterward, when no condition is satisfied, it will execute the else statement block, that is congrats you passed the exam. So let's say if I give it another value, let's say 95, then our program gave us an output that congrats you passed, congrats and A grade, because now first 95 is greater than 50, so first condition is satisfied, and 95 is greater than 90, so the second condition is also get satisfied, and we get an A grade. So this is how we perform nesting in Python. So what did we learn in this session? We learned that the boolean value has only true or false as an output. Conditions are expression that evaluates down to true and false and further controls the direction in which our program will go. The if-else statement are used to make the conditional structure of a program. The elif ladder is used for multiple condition, and we can also nest multiple if-else within themselves. So thank you for this session. We will meet again in the next session. Thank you.